I so badly want to be Catherine Hudson that I don't even want to look like Katy Perry anymore sometimes.
And I was absolutely broken inside.
I don't want to be too dark, but I genuinely didn't think I would make it to 17.
Let's be honest, Hollywood parenting is a world of its own. Some of the world's most famous, influential people, the ones who can memorize movie scripts, run billion-dollar empires, and charm millions, can't figure out how to raise their kids. In this video, we'll explore some celebrity parenting mishaps and uncover why these superstars struggle to get parenting right. By the end, you'll see why even your most chaotic parenting moments deserve to be celebrated. Welcome to Hollywood, where even naming a baby turns into a spectacle. Forget picking names off a keychain rack. Celebrity parents treat it like an art project, a branding exercise, and a headline grab all in one. Take Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin, who named their daughter Apple. Sweet, yes, but imagine her first roll call at school. Apple? Like the fruit? Or the phone? Then we have Frank Zappa, who lovingly named his child Moon Unit. Unique? Absolutely. Easy to explain on the playground? Probably not. And let's not forget Elon Musk and Grimes, who gave their child a name that's a part algebra equation, part sci-fi enigma, XEA12. Imagine grandma trying to write that on a birthday card without needing a calculator. But here's the twist. Every quirky name comes with a story, a moment of inspiration. While most of us stick to names that fit on a Starbucks cup, Hollywood parents seem determined to launch their kids into the spotlight before they can even walk. So, while some celebrity parents are busy turning names into headlines, we'll look at the entourages it takes to manage their young lives. Because when they are raising these kids, it takes a village, or a full-fledged staff lineup. Ever wondered what a day in the life of a celebrity kid looks like? Look, Northwest is gently woken up by nanny number 1 out of 3, while the family chef prepares an organic breakfast that rivals your monthly grocery bill. Before they've even had their first bite, tutor Sophie is ready for French lessons. The junior stylist has lined up today's outfit, and the stakes are already high because even sneakers can make headlines. These kids are growing up in an entirely different world. While most children are learning to share toys, these mini VIPs are learning to balance their parents' attention with a small army of staff. It's not just nannies and tutors. We're talking about baby yoga instructors, meditation guides for toddlers, and professional baby food tasters. Because apparently, someone needs to make sure the puree is pureeing properly. Even playdates are high-stakes operations. Security teams do pre-checks of the jungle gym, paparazzi are kept at bay, and someone is probably analyzing the sandbox for international safety compliance. And let's talk birthday parties, a regular bouncy castle, please. Stormy Webster's celebrations are closer to amusement park launches, complete with project managers, custom themes, and social media-worthy moments. Still, some stars try to tone it down. Julia Roberts prefers a small, tight-knit team, and Matt Damon insists on doing school drop-offs himself. Even Kim Kardashian has mentioned wanting her kids to appreciate the basics, though her version of basic might still involve a glam squad for school photos. But here's the ironic part. Managing this many people adds its own chaos. Coordinating 5 schedules for a toddler's nap time? Not exactly relaxing. And don't forget the occasional mix-ups. 3 nannies showing up for snack duty, or the chef bringing lunch just as the toddler's private violin lesson starts. And yet, for all the luxury and help, there's one ultimate challenge these stars can't seem to escape. We'll reveal it later. What happens when your home is big enough to get lost in? Because when your house is the size of a clubhouse, parenting gets interesting. Take the Smith family compound, for instance. Spanning 25,000 square feet, it's easy to imagine Jaden calling his mom from one wing to another, "Mom, I'm lost. Again, which way to the kitchen?" Or Kylie Jenner's estate, where her glam room alone is larger than most apartments. For little Stormy, it must feel normal to have a makeup station at home. But imagine explaining that to her preschool friends. And playdates? They're a logistical feat. George Clooney's villa in Lake Como boasts a dedicated pizza room. Yes, a whole room just for pizza. Meanwhile, Lady Gaga's Malibu mansion skips the backyard altogether. Because why have a sandbox when you've got a private beach? But here's the kicker. Enormous homes come with hilarious parenting hurdles. How do you enforce a timeout when their room has a popcorn machine and a gaming setup? These can make the simplest parenting tasks, like setting boundaries or spending quality time, feel nearly impossible. The usual rules just don't carry the same weight. Some parents are catching on, though. A few are designing normal-sized spaces within their mega mansions to keep things grounded. Mark Wahlberg, for example, schedules activities in different wings of his home just so his kids don't forget about the indoor soccer field. Practical, right? But extravagant homes are just the backdrop. The real test of parenting here? Discipline. And when your kid has everything they could ever want, saying no takes on a whole new level of difficulty. Discipline gets a whole lot trickier when your kid's bedroom rivals a luxury suite. How do you tell them to go to your room when that room has a home theater, a bowling alley, and a smoothie bar? Nice try, Mom. And what about taking away devices? For most kids, losing their tablet is a nightmare. But for celebrity kids, they've got backup iPads for their backup iPads. When Suri Cruz was little, grounding her might have meant making her use last year's iPhone. A true tragedy. Money doesn't just complicate parenting, it rewrites the rulebook. Cardi B's toddler, Culture, once managed to make unauthorized purchases through Instagram. While most 2-year-olds are learning their ABCs, she was mastering online shopping. But some celebrity parents are trying to rewrite the playbook. Will and Jada Smith connected misbehavior to charity work, teaching their kids the value of giving back. Madonna reportedly insists her kids do their own laundry. Imagine folding designer shirts as a punishment. There's the classic. Wait until your father gets home. But dad's on location filming halfway across the world. How do you enforce rules over FaceTime, especially when your kid knows exactly when the connection might conveniently cut out? Still, a few stars managed to instill everyday values. Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck opted for regular kid consequences, and Sarah Jessica Parker famously made her kids earn their own spending money. Sure, it's a challenge. The sheer wealth and privilege surrounding these kids can dilute the lesson. After all, how do you teach gratitude when they're growing up in a world where normal includes private jets and custom sneaker closets? But discipline is only part of the story. When it comes to what these kids are actually learning, Hollywood takes things to a whole new level. While most kids are learning their ABCs, celebrity kids are mastering an entirely different skill set. PDA, paparazzi, dodging, activities. Little Northwest probably learned to spot a long lens camera before she could even spell her own name. And Blue Ivy? She probably has better media training than most politicians. Everyday milestones take on a Hollywood twist. School picture day? For these kids, every day is a red carpet moment. Show and tell? Oh, I just spent summer break on Uncle George's yacht in Lake Como. No big deal. Even learning colors comes with a splash of brand awareness. Sweetheart, we can't use that crayon. It's not the right shade of trademarked purple. Even their lessons are unconventional. Red carpet etiquette becomes part of the curriculum. Remember, honey, smile and wave to the cameras, make it look natural. But it's not all glamour. Some celebrity parents try to keep their kids grounded. Gordon Ramsay, for example, famously makes his kids fly economy while he's in first class. And the Beckhams once had Brooklyn working in a coffee shop for pocket money, though his barista uniform probably cost more than the shop's monthly revenue. Still, the lessons these kids learn are a world apart. From red carpet etiquette to brand management, their childhood is more about headlines than hide and seek. And while these life lessons might seem over the top, they're just the tip of the iceberg. In Hollywood, even the simplest parts of childhood can get completely transformed. And not always for the better. Remember your first day of school? Maybe you had a backpack with your favorite cartoon character, or if you were lucky, a brand new one. Now picture Kylie Jenner's daughter Stormy on her first day, rocking a $12,000 Hermes backpack. For most kids, a backpack carries books. For Stormy, it's a fashion statement worth more than a semester of college. Even the simplest outings become events. A trip to the ice cream shop, cue a security sweep, paparazzi alerts, and a social media team ready to capture the candid moment. Childhood nostalgia hits differently when it's staged under professional lighting. And birthdays? Forget cake and balloons. Stormy's parties come with custom themes, carnival rides, and celebrity guest lists. Your average party clown could never compete with the carnival rides and Grammy-level production. But here's the irony. Many of these parents genuinely want their kids to experience normal life. Kim Kardashian tried teaching North about giving back with a charity gala, though the minimum donation likely matched someone's annual salary. Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher even vowed not to leave their fortune to their kids, hoping to instill a sense of work ethic. Still, for all their efforts, Hollywood's distorted reality makes it tough for kids to grasp what's normal. And when luxury becomes the baseline, what happens when these kids grow up? Here's the big moment of truth. When the glamour fades, how do these kids navigate their legacy in a world that's always watching? For celebrity kids, career day isn't about choosing between astronaut or teacher. It isn't your typical, what do you want to be when you grow up? For these kids, it's more like deciding which parent's IMDb page they want to outshine. Take Jaden and Willow Smith, for example. Jaden acted alongside his dad in The Pursuit of Happiness before most kids mastered tying their shoes. Willow, on the other hand, hit the Billboard charts at just 10 years old with Whip My Hair. Clearly, talent runs in the family, but so does the pressure to succeed. And then there's the Kardashian-Jenner dynasty, where building a legacy is practically a family business. Northwest is already a TikTok sensation, and Stormy might launch a makeup line before she even learns multiplication. Fame isn't optional. It's an expectation, but not every celebrity kid wants to follow in their parents' footsteps. Some break away entirely, choosing regular jobs that shock everyone at family reunions. Imagine the surprise. Wait, you're working in finance? What happened to the fashion line idea? Still, the weight of a famous last name is impossible to ignore. How do you carve out your own path when the world expects you to live up to a billion-dollar legacy? For every success story, there are countless struggles to escape the shadow of celebrity. Whether they embrace the spotlight or rebel against it, one thing's certain. Navigating a legacy like this isn't easy, and as these kids step into adulthood, the pressure only grows. And that, folks, is why Hollywood stars seem to struggle with parenting. Between the enormous homes, over-the-top entourages, and impossible expectations, it's no surprise their hands are always full. But here's the good news. As regular parents, we don't need a personal chef or a private beach to raise amazing kids. It turns out, tantrums, yellings, and bedtime battles might actually be the secret to keeping things real and keeping kids grounded. So, give yourself some credit. You're doing a lot more right than you think. And hey, if you're ready to laugh, learn, and tackle this parenting adventure together, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Who knows? Maybe we'll share tips for how to handle your toddler's next meltdown without needing a security team.